Himmy Mother Truckin' Butler just had one of, if not the greatest playoff performance in NBA history, dropping over 50 points and basically beating the 1-seed Milwaukee Bucks by himself. So I wanted to see if he could truly win an NBA championship all by himself, so I've handcrafted an awful team for him to carry. His best player is none other than the GOAT Jared Sullinger, but he has a couple of other meme players. Herb Williams, Toaster Strudel, Isaac Bonga, Shep Owens, Kanye West, Popeye Jones, Travis Scott, Victor Wembanyama, but he's a bum because he's only a 62 overall, so who knows if he does anything. Boban is also here, Nate Robinson, Logan Paul, and Miles Turner all have made the squad. And of course, we are repping the Butler Bulldogs because it's Jimmy Butler, it's Himmy Butler. He's a 99 overall, he has max everything, he's just OP. The rest of the league, though, is all historic all-time teams. So we got the 03-04 Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Dirk's Dallas Mavericks are here, Jason Kidd Nets, the Paul George-led Pacers, the Pelicans with Zion, Isaiah Thomas, and the Bad Boy Pistons. You get the idea. The league is filled with great talent. Jimmy Butler has a 6-year deal on his contract. I'm going to simulate this for 6 seasons. Every single team in this league, though, is going to be a little bit of a battle. So many championship teams, legendary teams. I don't expect us to win a title in the first or second season. It might be a while for us to rise to the top. I also forgot to mention, with every season, once we finish that season and Jimmy Butler ends up losing, because let's be honest, he's not winning a title in this first season. It's just him and this garbage team of funny, goofy players. Well, at the start of next season, we're going to replace this Miles Turner with Jimmy Butler. That Jimmy Butler will be an 80 overall, so not an instant 99 like our current Jimmy Buckets. And he'll be whatever player we replaced him with. So if Boban is our worst player on the team, then we would get a 7-4 Jimmy Butler on the team. This would repeat every single season until we win an NBA championship, but we only have 6 seasons to do so. And at the All-Star break, Jimmy Butler is averaging 54, 18, 3, 4, and 3. Probably MVP numbers, but his team's also 14 and 46. We have won a couple of games. I'm kind of shocked. Some of those wins include the current day Bucks, the Carmelo Knicks, Bad Boy Pistons. We got KD's Thunder, the Heat with Shaq, Dwayne Wade. Like, we are beating some really good teams. One thing I forgot to point out, by the way, you'll notice the Utah Jazz are here, and the only time the Utah Jazz have ever been good outside of Donovan Mitchell is I can't even say his full name without wanting to throw up, but that guy and John Stockton. Because I don't want to add the other guy on this team, I replaced him with Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen is a true Utah Jazz hero, alright? This guy's going into the military. He just won Most Improved. He is more important to Jazz history, and I'm gonna be honest, don't get mad at me, Utah fans, but I feel like adding a white player to your team just makes you probably more happy, and maybe there's better team chemistry with him and John Stockton. Just like if I was, still keeping that other guy in the NBA, him and Bill Cosby would be the perfect dynamic duo. You add R. Kelly to the mix, and that is the worst big three you could see in NBA or life history. Either way, Jimmy Buckets, MVP, 55, 18, 3, 4, and 3. Best player in the league easily, but not the best team. Keegan Murray, Rookie of the Year. I did keep the current Kings because they might end up getting to the second round. So shout out to the Kings. Ginobili is your 6th man defense player of the year, goes to Jimmy, and Most Improved as well. And Phil Jackson is your coach of the year. I don't know if it's Lakers Phil Jackson or Knicks or Bulls. It's Bulls. Okay, shout out to the Bulls. This All-NBA second team is basically an all-star team. I think they could go 82-0. Don't hate on Russell Westbrook. I know he looks like Donatello or maybe Michelangelo or Raphael. I don't know which Ninja Turtle he looks like, but he looks like a Ninja Turtle. Then we got Kobe Bryant of the Lakers, LeBron James of the Cavs, KD of the Thunder, and then obviously Jokic. I think it's pretty obvious, though, that Jimmy Butler did not make the playoffs, and so now we're going to see who the best team out of some of the greatest historic teams of all time is. We got Russell Westbrook and his Thunder. I believe James Harden's actually still on that Thunder team as well, coming off the bench. Actually, in this universe, he's starting. Kendrick Perkins is in the finals versus Michael Jordan. Who is the real GOAT? Comment down below, Kendrick Perkins or Michael Jordan. So far, it's looking like Kendrick. He's up 2-1. Never mind, make that 3-1. Shout out Kendrick. Okay, I thought he was about to win the championship. Shout out Kendrick. No, okay, it's a tied series. Jordan versus KD, the greatest team of all time, versus Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and Harden. Michael Jordan wins another championship. Of course he does. It's the 95-96 Bulls, one of the best teams of all time. But now it is time to add our second Jimmy Butler to the team. And we have 4 different 62 overalls, but Boban's at the bottom of the list. All right, we got Jimmy Bolaire on the team. It's a mix of Boban, Butler. You get the idea. Either way, we now have a 7-4 Jimmy Butler plus the GOAT Jimmy Butler from the Heat series that just happened. Well, not Heat series because it's not over, but they're up 3-1 against the 1 seed. Milwaukee could easily come back because who knows if Bam is going to show up to play basketball. And I don't think Jimmy can do what he just did last night a million times over. The first game of the season season is against the Bucks and we lost by 1. So I don't know if that shows that we're going to lose a bunch of games again, or if we're actually going to barely make playoffs, or maybe the play-in. We beat the Chicago Bulls, not just like the current day Chicago Bulls. I mean, oh my God, wait a minute. They don't have Michael Jordan anymore. They actually have Kobe Bryant. They also have Brooke Lopez and Harrison Barnes. I completely forgot free agency was a thing, so some of these historic teams are going to be crazy now. Oh, Jordan and Kobe literally just swapped teams. I don't think they got traded for each other. They just traded teams. Penny Hardaway and Blake Griffin is a duo. Oh my God. Magic Shaq went to the Mavs with Jason Terry. Tim Duncan left the Spurs to team up with Paul George and the Pacers. Boston KG is now with Tracy McGrady. Bronny James got drafted to the super team Suns right here. Chris Paul, Ayton, Booker, Durant, and now Bronny James is on the squad. Ray Allen joined the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rondo is now on the Trail Blazers with Aldridge and Greg Oden. Serge Ibaka joined the super team Golden State Warriors with KD, Curry, and Clay. The Minnesota Kevin Garnett went to Boston, so Boston still has a KG, but it's a better KG than what they had in real life, so that's an odd one. And Dirk Nowitzki is on the Clippers. That's okay. There's too many weird team changes that just happened in that offseason, so I'm going to simulate and ignore them. MVP, he is him, me, 45, 15, 4, 4. The big numbers, all right? Do I got to read them out? They're insane. Ian Jackson, Rookie of the Year. Spud Webb wins 6th Man of the Year coming off the bench. Jimmy wins Defensive, and Michael Williams wins Most Improved. Shout out to Scott Brooks and the Wizards. Oh my God. Nope, Thunder. I forget. He coached the Thunder before he went to the Wizards, and he was the coach of that good Thunder team. Look at me being a casual. Jimmy on the first team, Giannis on the second team, Laurie on the third team, and I don't care about anybody else. We only care about small forwards around here. This season, though, we went 24 and 58, so not good enough to make the playoffs. The Boban Jimmy is up to an 84 overall. He's progressed throughout the season. He averaged 21 points and 6 rebounds. A good year for him. And now it is time to add our third Jimmy Butler to the team. Popeye Jones, sorry, get your spinach. You're out of here. We're getting Jimmy Buckets. We now have 3 Jimmy Butlers. Jimmy Butler the normal, Jimmy Butler the Boban, and then we got Jimmy Bones, aka Popeye Jones, but Jimmy Butler, they had a baby and now it's Jimmy Bones. Don't ask me how it works. I'm not the leader of science. I don't know how to explain to you how babies are made between 2 men that don't exist and they're actually just characters in a basketball game. Figure it out yourself. LeBron James wins a championship with the Cavs. They swept the Lakers. Jordan is not better than LeBron. That's it. That ended the discussion right there on who's the GOAT. It's LeBron James. Scratch that. It's not LeBron James. The real GOAT of the NBA is Darius Bazley. Shouldn't be on this team, but he is, and he's a hooper, and he led them to a championship. Not LeBron, not Kyrie, not Kevin Love, Darius Bazley. I don't know, man. This might be the year. Nate Robinson, Max Strus, whatever. They now have help in Jimmy Butler, Bones, and Bolaire. 3 Jimmy Buckets. They should be able to squeak into the playoffs this season. Nope, never mind. We lost by 30 to the Timberwolves. We're not making anything except our fans really sad and disappointed. Wins his 3rd straight MVP. Are you surprised? I'm not. He's a 99 overall with every badge and every tendency. Of course he's gonna hoop. 40 points in a single season, along with 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. He's probably up towards like the top 25 in most points scored in NBA history at this rate. He's had, what, 3 seasons with 39 points or more? He's him. Oh, but this Jimmy Butler doesn't exist besides these 3 seasons, so probably not. He also won Defensive Player of the Year. Not a huge shock there. Phil Jackson, once again, Coach of the Year. I don't know if it's the same one we saw earlier because he looks awfully old. This year, though, boys, I thought at the beginning of the season we were going to let everyone down, but this year we exceeded all expectations because Team Jimmy is in the play-in versus the Indiana Pacers, and you know who's on this team, right? Paul George is over here. Tim Duncan joined them. They now have Doc Rivers, Nerlens Noel, and Matas, but I'm going to Matas them off the face of the planet and beat them. That's right. Okay, we lost. Never mind. We beat Chicago, the 95-96, the Kobe, and I just simulated through play-in, and I didn't mean to simulate like the whole thing, but hey, it doesn't matter. We're in playoffs. We're taking on Kawhi. Norman Powell. See, oh no, they got Kendrick Perkins. It's wraps. I'm going to simulate through rounds. Kendrick Perkins is sweeping us. We have no chance, and I was correct. Perkins is too powerful for us. We can't beat a guy like Kendrick Perkins. Sure, we got Jimmy Bones out here only putting up 20. Okay, he actually kind of sucked compared to the real Jimmy Butler or Jimmy Bolaire, who had a pretty decent season. He only had 19, though, but he's up to an 87, and he's 7'4". Paul Mother Trucker, man, right there. Can you imagine if Jimmy Butler was 7'4"? He'd make Victor Wembanyama look like Spud Webb. Zion versus the Hornets. I don't know who's going to come out on top. I feel like both these teams are very boring, have no fun start. Nicholas Batum is a finals MVP. He only started 2 games in the finals and 1 finals MVP, averaging 14, 7, and 9. Are you kidding me? Y'all gonna give it to Batum? Oh my God, thank goodness this guy's... How'd he get back on the Jazz? Lakers. Oh, it's because he's on the Lakers team with Gary Payton. Completely forgot. He went back to the Jazz to retire with them. Man makes me want to vomit every time I see him. He's like a garbage disposal human being. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I hate stuffing. Like the Thanksgiving stuffing, I think it's disgusting. Anytime I've ever tried it, I've thrown up instantly. That shit hits my tongue. I go bleh, everywhere. So that's how I imagine my eyes feel every time it sees Karl Malone. It's time to now add our fourth Jimmy Butler clone to the team, and this time Miles Turner. Say goodbye. We are going to have a very tall starting lineup of Jimmy Butlers, by the way, because Miles Turner's 6'11", one of the Jimmys is 7'4", Popeye Jones is 6'8", and the real life Jimmy Butler is 6'7", so we are going to have one lengthy squad on our hands. So I switched some positions around. The OG Jimmy Butler is now our point guard. The 7'4" is our center. Jimmy Tutler, that's the Miles Turner version. They wouldn't let me name him Jimmy Burner. I don't know. It's offensive language for some reason. Either way, he's our power forward. Jimmy Bones is our shooting guard, and I'm putting Jared Sullinger at the small forward position. And no, I didn't boost him to 79. It's been natural progression, all right? Some of these guys are 73s, and they started at 60. Four-time MVP Jimmy Butler, 40, 14, 5, and 3. Oh, he also had 2 blocks, I guess. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year. He's a bum. I don't want him to win Rookie of the Year. Can we give it to someone else? We're going to replace him with Cameron Barnes. I have no clue who this guy is. He only had 14 points all season. I think he only played 2 games. He was the first pick in the second round. I don't care. Hold your fake trophy, Rookie of the Year. Nicholas Batum, get off my screen. Now I want nothing to do with French people for the rest of... Oh my god, we were the first seed? 59 and 23. This might be the season for Jimmy. He finally will win a championship by himself. Well, he also has Jared Sullinger in the starting lineup, but this might be the year he moves on. It was a tough one against Boston, but we move in 6. And you know what? For this playoffs, we're only going to be running our starting 5. Injuries aren't on. It's impossible for them to get hurt. And Jimmy's known for playing himself into the ground and being absolutely insane playing an entire game. So guess what? You're all playing 48 minutes. I don't care. I don't make the rules. Well, technically I do. I don't make these rules, all right? My little genie who sits on my shoulder when I record these videos, he told me to do it. His name is Francis, if you were wondering, by the way. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're taking on the Hornets. It's a tied series, 1-1. Make that 2-1. Make it 3-1. We got a 3-1 lead. We're moving on at pace. The Portland Trailblazers with Nasir Cunningham. Jimmy, I don't care who's on that other team, all right? They were the 4th seed. You were the 1 seed. 1 is better than 4. They got Rondo. They got Greg Oden. They got a couple of young guys, and they got Daryl Dawkins. But we got Butler, Bones, Tutler, and Bolaire. Oh, and Jared Sullinger is up to an 80 now because he's playing so well. He is a... Okay, we're down 2-0. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you... Jimmy, no. Jimmy. Well, we just got swept. That's really embarrassing. Nasir Cunningham, congrats on your title. I'm actually so sad about that. I thought this was the year that we win. Well, Travis Scott, I'm sorry. No sicko mode for you because Jimmy Butler is now going to, you know, take over your body, kind of possess you like this is a ghost adventure show. Is that what that show's called, where they bring in people and they go ghost hunting and they're like, oh, I'm possessed. I can feel them, and they have the little EMTs or EMVs or whatever they're called, and they light up green when they think there's a ghost near them. Either way, it doesn't matter. We now have Jimmy Bott instead of Travis Scott. He is a 5'10 small forward. We also still get Jared Sullinger off the bench, so this is definitely the year. All right, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want us to get swept in the first round, which is probably going to happen because anytime I want to see something good happen, 2K says, hey, you know, little Codeine, we're holding up the middle finger right now towards you. You suck. Hey, guys, guess what? Jimmy Butler, he won another MVP. I don't know if you're shocked or anything, given he's won every single one, but he's him. He's the GOAT. I believe we are the first seed again, and we are this year. We were 10 better than the best other team in the East, so this should be a wrap. We could sweep everybody in the playoffs. We should get to the finals and be fine. All right, I'm not worried about Miami or literally anybody because we're Eastern Conference Finals MVP. We're taking on Scottie Pippen and the Warriors. Don't tell me they still have KD too. All right, I have no clue if they have KD, but they don't have Curry. It's Clay, Scottie, and Craig. Oh, easy. Raps. Jimmy Butler, it is time for you to win an NBA championship by yourself. A full team of NBA champions like Jimmy Butler. Oh my God, it's the game 7. I thought we were going to lose. Not going to lie. We were down by, what, 2? It was a 3-1 lead. It's the Warriors, though. So, can they blow another 3-1? Please, 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 Golden State. Please be frauds once again. I need you to be frauds again. 1 minute left in the game. 109-108. This is the game that Jimmy Butler becomes an NBA champion, so obviously, we're going to jump into this bitch. The Warriors ball. Greg Oden's going to pass it in to hopefully somebody. Gives it to Clay. Clay guarded by Jimmy. I mean, everyone out here is guarded by Jimmy. They give it down low to Tyrese Proctor. Tyrese Proctor going to work on Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler jumps for some odd reason. He jumps again. They miss it. Big rebound by the tall Jimmy. The OG Jimmy is the Jimmy with the ball. Now he gives it to the other Jimmy, down to big. Oh my God, it's Sullinger. Sullinger might have just won us the game. Now y'all know why that man is my favorite player of all time. We are up 3, 46 seconds left, thanks to Mr. Jared. Steve Kerr is talking to his coaching staff, trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do about 7,000 million different Jimmy Butlers and a Jared Sullinger. He may be one of the greatest coaches of all time, but right now he's scared and confused. Honestly, if there was an NBA team with 5 dudes who look the same, I'd be confused. And oh my God, they do have Curry. It's just Dell, but Dell loses the ball instantly. Imagine replacing Steph Curry with his dad and thinking that that's a solid replacement. I mean, I guess they got Scottie Pippen, but oh my God, Klay Thompson wide open mid-range, and he nails it. If he took like one step back, that would have been cooler because they would have tied the game, but hey, it's not over. Golden State could still win this. Jimmy working on Tyrese Proctor. He's gonna shoot a fading 3 and miss it. One of the worst takes I have ever seen in 2K, and the Warriors have a chance here to ruin my day and make me cry. Curry's gonna give it down low to Proctor once again. He's gonna try to hit a fader. No, off Odin, big rebound, and he puts it in. They take the lead. Here we go, 13.6 seconds left. Jimmy, I need something crazy. Imagine if they give this to Jared on the last play. Oh my God, they might actually give it to Jared. Nope, they're gonna have Bones. Bones is gonna take an awful shot. No, they're gonna give it to the giant tall one, and he makes it. 0.4 seconds left. Oh my God, Jimmy Bobanovich. I don't even know what his name actually is. I think it's Bolaire, like Baudelaire, like the guy, Tyler the Creator. I don't care. That shot was insane. I don't know how he made it. He's like 7'4", so he just kind of shot over everybody. They inbound the ball. Greg Oden, who you gonna give it to for the final shot? They give it to Tyrese. Tyrese from deep, and it's off. Jimmy Butler has done it. After a long, grueling road to the NBA Finals, years of failure, years of losing his teammates to basically have himself be a clone. They're all celebrating 5'10" and 7'4" Jimmy hanging out. It's crazy here in Butler Arena. Jimmy Butler, NBA champion. Bench is going crazy. Nate Robinson, Logan Victor, Shep Owens, everyone's hype. I'm hype, you're hype. That's the video. Subscribe, like, I'm out. Peace.